at the end of a slightly less eventful second round. Doesn't look bad, this Australian.
Yep, he looks well schooled. He's cool under fire. He steps back from Scott's attacks. You know, he doesn't pull away, hanging his chin out dangerously. So he's learning the business. But Scott, see, he's finding it difficult to get close. I don't think he wants to lead from long range. I think he wants to step in close and try and whack away to the body here. Leading with an uppercut, I mean, not bad at all. This little fellow's been practicing something in the gym. That's lovely. Follows every decent punch he follows up to with natural power.
You think maybe he's seen some of Scott on video?
Well, he's quite at home. Things are going his way here. His punches are landing and Scott's are falling short.
Round 3.
Third round here. Adam Watt, the dangerous man from Sydney in the gold and black trunks, the much taller boxer, 32 years of age, trying to come over to Britain and take back the Commonwealth Cruiserweight belt that was once property of the man he's up against, Bruce Scott. London-based Jamaican who came here in '89 and has been a very popular figure around the game.
A nice rhythm too, the way he lets the punches go. For a big tall fellow, he doesn't exactly look like a natural fighter. A nice little bit of rhythm in those punches then.
Yes, he was a kickboxer, and Scott had much more amateur experience in Jamaica. Won silver and gold medals in the Caribbean tournament. Now Scott tries to back Watt up on the ropes, and this is better for the Hackney man. Watt tries to get off the ropes as quickly as possible. And now back Scott up.
Yep, see, he has to get close. He has to get close with a tight defence. You can't reach for this guy, but deep breath there coming from Scott.
Well, it's been quite a pace in the opening 3 rounds. Both trying to land. But Watt having more success in breaking Scott's guard and backing him in that far corner.
He looks a lot more experienced than the amount of fights he's had. I mean, he's just standing off there, giving himself a little bit of room. He's not getting too close to Scott, not letting him getting tied up, so his punching was effective.
It's on paper, Scott should be the far more experienced man, who's fought twice at world level and at Commonwealth and British. Little right hand gets in.
Scott's making him work, which is the good news. We're looking at a long fight here, so maybe eventually he can grind him down a little bit, but no real signs of alarm yet in the Australian.
No signs of alarm, but he's certainly slowed a little bit.
There's the left hook again.
There's these big hooks. Adam Watt to head and body. And again, Scott just unsteady on his legs.
See, Scott's having to force everything here. He's not getting his timing. He can't catch this fellow. So he's forcing everything he does, burning up energy. And he's looking far more tired than the Australian.
Yes, he just hasn't found his rhythm, but that hurt Watt. And now Scott, can he press home the advantage? The bell goes, he can't. But a little sigh and a breath from Adam Watt will be a good sign for the other corner.
Well, this is much more exciting than I imagined. Both guys been shaken. Scott looking a little bit weary at times here. As I said it in commentary, he's forcing the action. Nothing's coming smoothly, so he's burning up a lot of steam. And the Australian, nice variety of punches, and he goes through some nice body shots, which is also taking a bit of the steam away from Scott. But to his credit, Scott is still hanging in there. You can see a little stumble then. And towards the end of the round, he started coming back with some good shots, and he shook Watt. But unfortunately, not enough time to capitalise on it.
Bruce Scott breathing and very heavily in between the rounds.
Round 4.
Here's the fourth in the Cruiserweight division. European and British champion Carl Thompson, who Bruce Scott is after next. But he needs to come through this test with Adam Watt from Sydney in Australia. Scott starting to close the distance down. Both men down in the first. But Scott in more trouble. Left hand from Scott.
Yeah, Scott's getting closer now. The pace is slowing a little bit, so this gives him much more of a chance.
He's closing the range down. It's the sort of fight that Bruce Scott likes, to get in tight. But back comes Watt. Left and right, and down goes Scott again. And he looks hurt as he stumbles on the corner. Frank Black says, take your time. But he's on very hazy legs again. He shakes his head. He's asked to walk forward, but he's hurt, and badly hurt.
Badly hurt. He has not thrown the effects upon. One more clean one. This referee is going to have to step.
Right's coming in, and Adam Watt is surely, yes he is, the new Commonwealth Cruiserweight champion. He just had too much firepower for Bruce Scott in the fourth round. The man from Sydney becomes the first Australian to hold this title. Apollo Sweet of New Zealand once did it. But Adam Watt is the new Commonwealth Cruiserweight champion in a seesaw battle here at Hampden Park.
Well, quality, powerful punching from the Australian, and unfortunately for Scott, he just found him too easy to hit. Scott always struggling with the distance, trying to get close, and the punches that were coming his way were powerful shots.
What a victory for the Jeff Fenwick side, who came in March, and Ned El Hussein took back the Commonwealth Super Bantamweight title. Now their man has taken home the Cruiserweight belt.
See, the problem, every clean punch that Watt landed seemed to trouble Scott. So obviously, natural punching power this fellow has. All cleanly delivered, landed bang on target. And a good variety of shots too, leading with uppercuts, hooks, right crosses. A really excellent performance. And you can see when Scott goes down here, no hope of him really recovering again.
Every win inside the distance for Adam Watt. He is a dangerous man amongst the world cruiserweights as he takes this belt home. Maybe Juan Carlos Gomez, Fabrice Tiozzo, Vasily Khirov and Johnny Nelson, who is here, are watching closely.
And at this time you can see he had not recovered from the shots. The referee had no option. He was throwing nothing back, and these shots were banging home on target all over the place. The referee just had to step in.
Disastrous for Bruce Scott, who had not seen a tape of Adam Watt, and maybe that was a major disadvantage. But a good stoppage, because Scott was out on his feet. Long, raking punches from Adam Watt. And look at the joy, the jubilation on his face as he goes back to his corner into the arms of the Fenwics. Fantastic moment. And Australian boxing is back on the map.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute and 4 seconds of round 4, the referee John Keane having stopped the contest. Bruce Scott, unfortunately, being in no position to continue. Your winner and the new Cruiserweight champion of the Commonwealth from Australia, Adam Watt. And your appreciation for a very brave challenger indeed there, Bruce Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd now like to ask the General Secretary of the British Boxing Board of Control, Mr. Simon Block, to present the championship bout to the new Cruiserweight champion of the Commonwealth, Adam Watt.